What's up, man?
We're back
After a short break.
after a very short break.
Because Carson, my man here, he moved.
I moved to Hollywood. The
I am
studio
now-
crowd goes wild. Woo!
I am
Yeah.
now within walking distance of him.
I know he can just walk. I can walk to you.
I walked here tonight, man.
I know that's crazy. Yeah, no, I moved. I hit a car. In my U-Haul. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I got this 3-point turn. I don't need a spotter. And then I immediately
Famous last words.
Yeah, and what was funny was I didn't even notice, like, the truck was so big. So, like, and I was going very slow. So, like, me hitting the car, like, I'm not going to hear that or see that.
No.
And so then I get out of my U-Haul and I'm like, all right, let's move. This is already going to suck. And then, there's this older couple in their car and they're like, you hit him. And I was like, oh my, no. And I was like, no, I didn't. Because, like, it's not even like I was trying to deny it. I was just like, I did not feel hitting a car. It's
Right.
not me.
Because the car you hit was so much smaller.
Yeah, it was very.
And you were in a
yes.
truck.
Yeah, no,
A moving truck.
a moving truck.
So,
So yeah, no, I'm on like a hit list for some. I ruined that guy's day. I feel
for
really
sure.
bad.
For sure.
But I left my information. All right.
He did. He's a decent human being,
Yeah.
despite contrary, belief.
I mean, like, listen, the scandals are out, and because like Ali and I were talking about it.
The last episode, yeah.
Last episode, because
Yeah.
he inspired me. He was like, I want to get it in some scandals, and I was like, you know what, man, you're right.
I also kind of want to do it now.
Well, wait, what would your scandal be? Like, what would you want, Andy?
I want to be like a lip syncing scandal.
What?
You know?
How does that? So, you
Like-
get called out for lip syncing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a singer,
Right.
but I want
But
to
like
be
maybe for guitar,
guitar syncing. How about that?
guitar syncing.
So
So tell me about that. Like, would it just be like, oh, this solo is too hard, or I'm too tired,
or is it? It's like I just want a fucking scandal.
or you just want a scandal?
I just really want a scandal. I'm like, hey, let's get the easiest solo
yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna learn it,
Yeah.
and we'll just get the original solo on stage playback,
Yeah. And just.
and then I'm just gonna act it out as
And just-
accurately
and
as
just-
I can. And then somebody's gonna turn off, or like do something with the audio that's gonna expose me.
Yeah. It'll
know.
probably be me.
It's gonna
It'll-
glitch. It's like, "Meh,"
Yeah. And then.
and I'm like going,
and then
right?
going, and then you think you're doing great. And
Yeah.
then You're not.
and then I'm like a beat ahead,
Yeah.
and it sounds perfect.
Yeah. And it's
So,
like,
oh, guys, this guy is a fucking fraud, man.
I was thinking like a sex tape, but I mean, your guitar thing's cool, I guess.
Oh, I already have a sex tape
Oh, you do?
when I visited Australia.
What? Is it
Uh,
out there? Is it out
listen,
there for people to look it
it's-
up?
It was a very.
Is it on your OnlyFans? Let's give a
Yeah,
reminder for
okay.
the OnlyFans. Wait, because you're still updating it with the My Curse cover, and then
No,
all
my
the-
curse is free, man.
That's right, it's free. But like I'm saying, it's on the front page. Like it's like here's
Yeah,
the free.
it's the come on.
It's the
like,
come
okay.
on.
Oh,
quite
look at
literally,
me hitting.
quite literally
exactly.
coming on.
Yeah, come on my cursed cover.
Yes,
it's free.
it's free.
If you want more notes, more BPMs,
Yes, then
faster tempos,
But then you
odd
also
time.
actually have a tape that's on the OnlyFans.
Yeah, man.
In Australia, it's an Australian tape.
Yeah, because I saw this. Listen, it was a very hot kangaroo. All right.
Okay,
It was a hot day too. I was thirsty.
you were very thirsty.
Not proud of
You're in that pouch.
it. He was in my pouch.
Oh,
What? I don't even know if it was a he.
Can we get a close up? Oh. Yeah, we can't harmonize.
Not singers. Sorry.
Not
We act
singers.
because we're musicians. Oh, what?
What?
Anyway, Talks with T just finished. So.
Yeah, she can't harmonize. She can't. She hasn't. She could come out here and be like, I can't.
Yikes.
It's not even a dig.
She's like, getting it. Anyway, we have a control room now.
We do have a control room now that Nimrod, our basically our long-term intern.
Our slave.
I don't know if he's a slave. I'm giving you guys dinner after this.
He didn't ask to be here. We
He
were just like,
didn't.
Nimrod, come here, adjust the cameras.
adjust the cameras. He's basically our producer.
He can hear us. He's in the control room.
He is
Which,
in the
by the
control
way,
room.
he said, I dubbed this room the biscuit.
The biscuit.
Because it's like, you guys podcast, it's like break stuff,
Yeah.
So it's like the control room, I'm going to call it biscuit.
Biscuit.
I don't care.
Yeah,
Just
okay,
yes.
I dig it. I was thinking we need to like name this studio. Our group chat is called Neon Dog Bowl. Like, would this be Studio Neon Dog?
Where's the bowl?
I don't know. I feel like if we had the bowl, it's gonna be too long.
Okay.
Studio Neon Dog.
Sure. Yeah, Neon Dog Studio. Studio Neon Dog.
Studio Neon Dog.
Sure.
Okay, that's it.
We'll make a
you-
website and everything.
You heard it here first, everyone. Studio Neon Dog
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
it. This is
is
it. In Hollywood.
in Hollywood.
Oh my god.
Do you want to write a song right now? Let's write a song.
Okay. Hang on. Let me just get this mic out.
No. Keep the mic, because we still need to hear you. So just kind of like pull it up and
Okay. Non-copyright songs. Oh yeah. Did you see your set? New.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Please show everyone your guitar.
Oh yeah. This is my personal Majesty. I got it this year. So this is number 32 of, was it 60 pieces in the whole world? It's got the Petrucci signature at the back. Oh shit.
I was just staring at you so blank faced. You were like you gave your vinegar strokes for everyone to see right now for John and Petrucci.
Yeah, my other Majesty also has the signature, but this one came with the signature. The other one, I went to the NAMM show and actually had it signed.
Oh
over
dang!
there. Which, dude, it's kind of coming up.
It's NAMM. Oh, that's
yeah.
I mean, and sort of.
You should go
I should.
if you can.
I mean, like we had the very controversial one episode. It was one of our first episodes where I wasn't super into NAMM, and
I remember.
yeah, and then a girl was like, "Oh, you know Carson, the Speedo guy," and I was like, "Ah, it follows me everywhere."
Well, you're kind of known for that.
I am known for that, yeah. Even Ali was just like, "Dude, it still haunts my dreams," and I was like, "Well, then mission success."
That's the point. Is
that's
to
the
be
point.
memorable.
Yeah. So I was thinking a song that just goes like something like that. Neon Dog Bowl.
We're not even into
Studios
Okay.
in your butthole all the time. What do you got? I've been working on that song for
a whole of 5 seconds.
yeah, sort of.
I don't know. This is not very good guitar playing posture.
I mean, I don't know. That sounded pretty cool.
That sounded pretty special.
Special. All right, this isn't any.
This is not gonna work.
How these people are like, the mic is not picking up your playing.
I can kind of hear it a little bit.
A little bit.
Through our head pieces.
Headpieces. Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know. We had the guitars here. It's an addition to our set. We have more space in this this apartment that we're on.
The last apartment was like it was.
I mean, we were pretty cramped. Like, we
were like sardines, man.
We were like sardines, and it made it like, I mean, it's pretty hot right now, but it was very, very hot.
It was worse than the last one.
It was very
in K-Town.
In K-Town.
No parking too.
No parking. You know what I realized too? Because like like you get water from like wells and stuff like that. This one is so much clean. Like I was like, oh dude, I feel like a new human being with this water. I mean, it's still LA water, which isn't good, but I'm saying it's drastically different. Which
than your former apartment.
My former apartment, I feel like a brand new human being, like a 2.0. A
Carson 2.0.
Carson 2.0.
Well, listen, guys, there's a lot of 2.0s going on tonight. We've got some new physical stuff and some new not physical stuff.
New not physical, like 2.0. Like we have a lot of 2.0s.
Yeah, so just hang back, listen, watch whatever it is you're doing. Should we start with the first 2.0?
Yeah, let's hear it.
So do you know about this album? One of our favorite albums.
One of our favorite albums on our segment we like to call
Does It Go Hard? 2.0.
2.0. So
anyway,
we call it 2.0 because we felt like, because listen, you guys all came for us for the baby metal, calling them not hard, which if you actually watched the whole video, I didn't say they sucked. I just said the vocals don't do it for me, but it still goes hard. But y'all took that and just ran with it, even though the title was clickbait. But it brought up a good point, which was, we can't. We kept running into bands and being like, well, they went hard in like this era, or like they kind of go hard at some points. And so I was like, why don't we go more specific and we go with albums if they go hard?
We're getting into the
not.
weeds now.
We are getting into the weeds.
One of the reasons why we did this too is because for Does It Go Hard 1, the first version, we were gonna run out of bands.
We definitely were,
because we were specifically targeting bands on the fringe of like heavy or mainstream heavy, or like
exactly
heavy or not,
yeah.
So now we're like, hey man, he told me we're gonna run out of bands eventually.
Yeah, we definitely were going to, and then the segment would have just died.
Yeah, and so it's like, why don't we just go, into more detail, get single out an album, because there's, for every artist, there's moments that go hard and moments that don't go hard.
Exactly.
I don't care if you're fucking Barbara Streisand or goddamn Cannibal Corpse.
Exactly. Which Barbara Streisand goes very hard.
Absolutely. She's the OG.
You heard
Papa,
it here.
Can you hear me? Oh, what?
So Ghost Reveries is going to be the first album that we deem if it goes hard or not. Ghost Reveries is by Opeth, came out in 2005.
Yes.
Yes, I did my research.
Yes.
Thank you. Contrary to belief.
Sorry.
People are like, oh, Carson just listens to the songs generally on the way to the podcast shooting.
No, we actually know this because back in our Boston playing days, we actually played Ghosts of Perdition, the whole song in our sets.
The whole song because we were like, we are progressive death metal.
We are also pretentious. So we were like, okay, first on the chopping block. Well, not chopping block. First on the review block.
Yeah, so is kind of the review. So I mean, I was driving from Bakersfield today, and so I took the time to. Oh, that's right. We live in Hollywood now, so we get sirens. I don't know if it's picking up, but at first I was like, "Am I?" Going
I can kind of hear it. I can hear it in my head.
Okay, then there you go. You hear it too.
You
folks.
heard it here first.
You heard it here first. Police sirens. Does it go hard?
Yes.
I have to edit so many close-ups for the Does It Go Hard.
Yes.
Okay, so I was listening to it on the way from Bakersfield, and
the sirens are just
the sirens are just going. I mean, do you get that a lot in Hollywood? Is like
my Hollywood?
Yeah, like
no, because I'm like tucked in.
You're tucked in, so you don't get too much.
Because he's like on Sunset.
I am basically. I mean, don't tell.
There's a lot of things on Sunset.
There's a lot of things. But yeah, no, the sirens are definitely part of it. So anyways, so I was listening to it on the way there. The sirens are over. Let's see. So I was listening to it, and it was like very much when I was 14, like a go-to album. Like that was like one. Like I used to just play I'd play like Battlefront 2, like the EA newer one.
Yeah, and just put it on.
And I would just put it on in the background, and it'd be like freaking epic.
Right.
And so that was like a go-to. And so today it was kind of like a revisiting of it. Like more focused. So I think I can go right off the bat because I mean it's just kind of a fan favorite. But like Ghost of Perdition definitely goes hard. Like
it's definitely a classic among Opeth fans. It's a set list staple for them.
Yeah, I mean it kind of
at least pre-Heritage.
Well, I remember my brother went to go see him, and like it was after the period when because Michael's the lead singer's name.
Yeah, lead singer. He is Opeth.
He is Opeth.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, I don't want to do growls.
Yeah, that was the Heritage
anymore.
part. Yeah.
Yeah, and so, but my brother saw him like after that, and he saw him at Radio City and
New York.
New York, and the first song they did was Ghost, and they just played it, and like it was like a revisit, and it made it even more of like a.
It hit so hard.
Hit so hard,
and I think they did a really great job choosing that track to open the album with because it's just like punch in your face. Like,
it's right there.
Here's a few dissonant chords, and like you know what, bam,
Ghost off.
The lingering death.
Ghost of Perdition is the one metal song though where they put the lyric friendship in there and they made it work.
It's actually badass. Yeah, now that I think about it.
Yeah, that's literally a lyric. It's
tragic friendship, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Tragic friendship. Wonderful.
Yeah, something like that. Something Nordic.
Some Swedish thing.
Yeah, he said some more Nordic things.
Yeah.
So Ghost of Perdition, I think we can both. It's like kind of like
it's a classic.
But I think I started with that. We don't have to like go through track titles because I feel like that's just gonna.
We don't have to go track by track.
Track by track.
Yeah.
But I think my overall review of it is yes, it does go hard. It goes hard, But I think with prog, the one thing I have little patience for is kind of like filler songs that are
Yeah,
like
yeah.
kind of atmospheric and just more that, because we're talking
Transition tracks.
transition
Yeah,
tracks,
yeah.
because there's a couple in there that like are like 5 minutes long, but it's like just more like ambient melodic kind of thing.
I think it's for dynamics, so it's
It
not just
is.
on 11 all the time.
Yeah, but my thing is we're dealing with like 11-minute songs where they have those bits of respite.
Right. Yeah.
So like I feel like without those, the album would still have the ebbs and flows that are necessary to not feel like we're turned to 11 the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, we can argue about this all day because if I go on a tangent here, take the album Blackwater Park. There are tracks like the Patterns in the Ivy. That's kind of a it's not a filler song for me. I love it so much.
Yeah.
It's a transition song definitely, because the next one I think is Blackwater Park, which fucking hits you right away.
Yeah.
I think it makes the album all that much better.
Yeah.
And I feel the same way for Ghost Reveries.
Right.
Isolation Years. It's one of those. It's the last one.
Yeah.
So, fun fact about that song. Did you know that Ghost Reveries is well, it's not technically a concept album, but first track to second to the last track, it's a story.
Oh, really?
And in Isolation Years is not part of the story. And that's why they're not, Michael said he's not saying openly that, it is a concept album. It is tracks 1 to 7.
I think that, yeah, there's like 7 or 8 songs.
Yeah, but second to, the Grand Conjuration is the last heavy one.
Yeah. Which that song, crazy. I forgot how crazy that song is.
So I'm going to talk about that song next, actually.
Okay, please.
So first, Ghost of Perdition until the Grand Conjuration, it's a story. And then he says the album was going to be that or something like that.
Yeah.
But then he came up with Isolation Years last minute. He said the parts were good, the lyrics were good. I'm like, I didn't know what to do with this, so he just slapped it on the album.
Yeah.
Even if it had nothing to do with the rest of the tracks.
I felt like thematically though it matched the rest of the tracks.
Oh, absolutely.
Because like it's a very good like, I don't know, it's symbolic almost. It's like, it's like the image, like, you know, we have the Grand Conjuring, which is like this big, massive, super heavy song.
Mm-hmm.
And then like Isolation Years is almost like the response, like almost the aftermath of, you know, whatever they're trying to convey with the imagery they're using lyrically, but also arrangement wise, you know?
Right.
So I felt like it was like, it's almost like post-apocalyptic is how I looked at it. And I thought it was like a good kind of like,
that's cool, because he didn't meant for it to come out like that.
Right, but that's, you know, that's how I interpreted it.
But that's
cool. I didn't know, you know,
that's
like,
cool though. Yeah,
exactly.
I mean, it had that
super,
effect on you.
super metal, you know?
Yeah, so technically not a concept album, but because of one track,
yeah,
you know, but it is. There's a story. Also, the
Right.
Grand Conjuration was the first ever Opeth song that I heard.
Oh, really? That's a great intro song.
It's a great intro. And I think it contains my favorite death growl moment in all of metal.
Oh, yeah? Yeah.
I'm not sure what timestamp it comes in exactly, but
Yeah.
there's like there's this drum fill, and then there's like a volume swell,
Mhm.
and then Michael just goes, ah, and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
Because, you know, last thing about this song is
Yeah.
I've heard this song so many times, right? So
Mhm.
many times. So sometimes it just comes in the ear and then out through the other, right?
Yeah.
But this was years ago, maybe 6-7 years ago. I was driving, and then I think I reached my destination. I was listening to the Grand Conjuration on the way there, and it stopped like just before the death scream. Turned off the car, did my business, and then when I went back to the car, turned on the stereo. It was that I got blasted like, I'm like, what the hell is this? Oh, the Grand Conjuration.
You're like, it's this.
Oh, this is my favorite now.
Yeah.
So it's funny, like, you know, something you know like the back of your hand,
Mhm.
but then if like shown in a different light, it kind of sounds different.
Yeah.
So that's what happened to me. But
That's crazy.
maybe you guys know what I'm talking about, which part. But that it is for me. There's a lot of memories for me attached to this album. So
Right.
yes, it does go freaking hard.
I think it goes hard. I will add the caveat. I do, because like this, I'm saying very specifically to prog. I do have kind of little patience for kind of filler songs.
Yeah.
So I felt like with this album, there's a couple where I was like, all right, man, but like we need to keep going, because like they have so many breaks in between the songs that are super, and like it is so apparent, and it's kind of interesting. it is so like when I was younger, I didn't realize it. It is so obvious Steven Wilson produced this.
Oh yeah,
It
100%,
is
100%.
so like all of like the acoustic guitar breaks and like the 70s like guitar like clean stuff that's in there. I was like, oh my gosh. And like you can hear like Dead Wing from Porcupine Tree and like Fear of a Blank Planet things that also did kind
That
of
figure in there, yeah.
and like even like the use of the mellotron and like all of the organs and stuff like that, very similar to how like Richard Barbieri does it in Porcupine
oh,
Tree
absolutely.
too. So I like the whole time I was like, this is so obviously a Steven
'Cause-
Wilson album, you
So
know?
Michael and Steven, they have like a whole bromance going.
Oh yeah,
thing,
they
you
definitely
know?
do.
Yeah.
They definitely do. Yes.
I think it continues today.
Oh yeah, I think so. I don't think there's
and
any.
I don't know if you know about they have like a one-off project that they did, Storm Corrosion. Do you know about
Yes,
that?
I do.
It's depressing. It's hauntingly beautiful.
I don't, yeah, I'm not into Storm Corrosion. I gave it a shot. It's not me.
It's not me, but it's beautiful.
Yeah, I think it had kind of its charm. It didn't sit with me in the way that I think they were desiring to do so.
Yeah.
But that concludes.
Does it go hard?
All right,
2.0. So that's
2.0.
what you can expect.
That's what you can
going
expect.
forward, you know.
Yeah, 2.0.
It's
We're
gonna be
keeping
albums.
it. Albums. Great. Well, I think we're gonna finish off with some memes. All
right, should I-
Andy's gross corner.
Cue music. All right, first one.
Yuck!
I don't think you need that much force, you know, to like
That depends. What are
to
you working
train
with?
to train. No, I don't care what you're working with. I don't think you need to train to do that. Like, I don't think there's been any man in existence. Like, you remember that meme that got sent around in 2020 of that huge guy on the bed, and it's just, and he like people would like send it to you. They're like, "Oh, check this link," and it's just this guy on a bed, and he's just like.
Really?
Yes, no, as a whole thing. People know, like, I'm going to put it in here so I'm not crazy.
I think I
But
missed that.
You definitely did, and it was one of the best parts of
I did
COVID.
not miss it. Did you send that to me and you remember somehow?
I don't know if I sent it to you, but it was like a common thread that was like going around. It was all over the internet. But like even that guy who is so crazy hung, I don't think he needs to train to do that.
Okay, fair enough.
You know what I mean?
You know, it's funny though. He forgot to change hands.
But also this girl is at the gym doing that. I don't care. Stop.
I don't go to the gym, so
Yeah, you do.
he influenced me.
Andy's getting swole. He's gonna be like bigger than Arnold in a year.
Arnold, yeah, but
Arnold.
bigger than Arnold. Arnold in terms of fat,
No.
because I like food.
I know you do, Andy.
I had sushi yesterday.
You did? How was the
Uh,
sushi?
Great,
Great. Grat.
sushi train, sushi boat.
Oh, is it the?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, you freaking love that place.
Dude,
It's pretty good,
dude.
but it's dangerous. The last time I went with
called
you,
me.
huh?
Yakov called me.
Oh yeah.
We're going to Kura Sushi. I'm like, yeah, shut up. Yes, yep.
You're like, count me in.
yep. Yeah.
No, I remember the first time I went with you, I just like got so excited that I just kept going for it, and then you're like, "This is the bill," and I was like, "Oh," because for those of you who don't know, like it's like a rolling thing. So like your table's here, and then like
And
there's
you're
just
beside like a rail.
a rail, and it's just
Yeah.
sushi, and so you can just grab the plate and then you do it. So, but then you dispose of the plate, and that's how
There's
they
a slot
charge
in your
you.
table, and they count the plate that you dispose of. in
Dispose
the
of.
machine. Yeah.
So at the time, I was like, "I'll take another salmon roll." Yeah, and I just kept going, and then you're like, "This is the bill," and they're like, I think our split each was like $60.
yeah, that's about
I was like, "Oh."
Listen, I don't go there all the time.
I know you don't, but it's crazy.
because
dude.
I'd be bankrupt
Yeah, I think everyone would be bankrupt.
because it's so good.
And it's pretty good. Yeah.
And the beauty of it is, you sit down, you eat.
Yeah.
Right away. Ain't
just
no
go.
ordering, just
no
eat.
ordering. Yeah.
And I love it.
a good
It's
time.
hard to control myself.
No, it is for me
sometimes.
too. Last time I did good.
Yeah.
I think it was like I left a $40 bill.
That's pretty good. I
That's
can't.
pretty
I can't
good.
do that. I can't. Because a lot of these salmon sushi and tuna sushi, I'm like, God, I cannot resist.
No, it's so good. So
Yeah.
good.
You know. All right, next clip.
Next clip. Let's just go to the next meme and
we're out, assholes.
and then I'm gonna go train like that guy.
Please wait for me to leave.
All right, let's see it.
Wait, look, it's not done.
Wait, is he
Look,
naked?
no.
Is he naked right now? Oh my gosh.
Oh god.
Wait. Okay, wait. So stop it. So wait, so he sent it,
It's
and
a
then
she.
she. Sorry, it's far from the
Guys.
the camera's far from me. All right, I guess
we know who he's voting for in November. They're eating the dogs.
They're eating the
kids.
dogs, the children. Oh my gosh, no.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So what were you saying? Yeah, she sent it out.
She's the one sending it. Okay, that's.
Yeah.
I love these Japanese pranks because it's just like
They're the best, dude.
they're the best.
Have you seen the ones that when the Nun came? That movie, The Nun, the horror movie, The Nun.
No.
It's that.
Yeah,
Conjuring too. Conjuring.
Yeah, I got the bit.
Japan took it and ran with it,
Oh yeah.
and the way they ran with it was just. People are just like they show up in the parking
Yeah.
as disguised as the Nun.
Yeah.
They show up as on a fake mirror,
Okay.
and it looks so realistic. And then they break the mirror, and then they grab the fucking guy, and then the guy almost dies of a heart attack.
Yeah.
Dude, they were not letting up.
I really think I know people look at American shows as absurd, but there's one Japanese show where it's you have to serve food to people, but the room is tilted.
Oh shit.
And dude, why don't we have that? That is
Dude, you should pitch it.
I'll pitch it. ABC, CBS, CNN,
Sony.
Fox News, Sony. I don't know. Look, camera, look at me, camera. I have a show idea for you, and I'm definitely not ripping it from a pre-existing show in Japan. It is called. I don't know, what should we call it? I was so confident in the bit, and then
drunk waiter, waitress,
drunk waiter,
server,
waitress,
server in a restaurant tilting. Working title. Or wait. Hang on.
That's just the whole thing. It's just drunk waiter,
waitress,
waitress
/ server
giving food. Working title. That's such a Rick and Morty bit. Okay.
Yeah, I mean that's also
ABC, Sony,
yeah, Columbia.
Columbia
is like Sony.
It definitely is, I think.
Also, that's another new thing. Remember when you said camera? That's a new thing.
It is a new thing. Yeah.
Hey, we have camera 1, camera 2, camera 3.
Yes. I have to edit that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I signed up for this. But yeah. Listen, let's talk all these TV places. Hulu. I'll do a Netflix original.
You can find our contact details on where? Instagram, Spotify, YouTube.
You can get it all.
All the DSPs.
All the stars are here. All right. Well, thank you all for joining us
for this new format. First new format episode.
New format
in the
episodes. New place. New pants.
Studio Neon Dog.
Studio Neon Dog.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. We're out.
Bye.
Bye.